So we are going to start off with the Pereiro switch adapter, which also comes with cables, and we're using a talkable 4 with levels switch platform. And we're going to try to get to different things on the iPad. But first off, I want to show you how to actually set up one of the switch options. This has 4 options because we want to see if someone can reach all the different things that they want, hitting individual switches versus one switch that can basically do it all. So you can see we have the red, blue, and yellow switches already labeled. We're missing the green one, which is the home. So we will go to add switch, and it's an external switch. You activate the button, and here I would write green. And I want it to do a home function. So I just write it there so it's clear to understand what I actually want it to do. And here are all your options that switch can do. And as I said, I want it to be the home button. So let's go back to our main screen, which I could have used the switch if I would have liked to. And let's begin actually trying to get to Facebook, because maybe this person wants to actually see what they have waiting for them on their Facebook page. So you see I selected, I will select again, and again, it'll actually open that folder called social media. And then you will do the same type of sequence to open up Facebook. And that would be the option. We're already on our Facebook. How about if I want to exit Facebook? We can go to home and home again. It takes us out. But let's say I wanted to actually see something else in that folder. I let it go a little too far. And let's say I want to go to Skype. These buttons will actually move the options down here. So I went forward to the next one, forward back. But let's say I actually want to exit again because I didn't want Skype. I can pick that. I want to play games. You can tap. And make your selections that way. Again, forward and back, depending on what you want. And you can select using the select button. Another great tool that I actually liked about this is, let's say we wanted to reach other pages on our iPad. If you just select the key on the bottom, it only takes you to the next page. It won't let you actually go back. But how about if we want to go back? This one will let us go back. Oh, so sorry. This one will let you go back or forward. And that's the Pereiro. So we're now going to showcase the AbleNet hook switch interface. It actually has to have a application to use the device or the interface. It has 4 options for switches, and I accidentally already started using the switch scanning. What's great about this particular item is that once you do connect it to the iPad, it is automatically going to recognize it and start scanning. But you do want to make sure that the function is correct, the reason why you're going to use the switch. We have it on a select option, but just to quickly just review, you want to go into the switches and see its function. So we have to make sure that it's on select item. So let's go back to our home, and we're going to use it on how to get to writing a note. We are connected a proximity switch. This is a big candy corn. The surface of it is 3.5 inches. And to activate, you just hover your hand over the surface about 1 inch and it should activate. What I love about this big candy corn is that it has auditory and visual feedback with lights and sound. And it could be turned on and off depending on which feedback you prefer. This one is called the little candy corn. It has a surface of about 1.9 inches, and you just have to hover 1/2 inch over it to activate it. So we're going to go ahead and start the scanning, and we're going to go down to the notes. And we are already going to begin a surface area. I want it to get there. We do have something already written on there, so I'm just going to go ahead and actually delete. There. So we're going to go ahead and delete it. I'm actually going to use my right hand. It's a little easier for me to use since I am a righty. But I wanted to show you how close I was actually holding it. My apologies. I'll do it one more time. Sometimes this does happen. So it's good to see what our customers are actually going to be using. So we're going to write a new note. And it's going to start auto scanning through the actual keyboard by row. So you want to make sure you select the row of the word that you're looking for at the beginning. So we're going to do grocery. And it's already going to start predicting some of the words that start with the letter G, most commonly used. And we're going to go to R. And it's going to auto scan. You can also adjust the time in which it scans. It's going kind of quick now because I can use this rather quickly, but if the consumer needs adjustments, you can also change that. It already predicted the words, so I'm going to go to grocery. And what's great about the notes is that it will actually predict the next word that could possibly follow it. So the consumer doesn't necessarily have to type up the entire word. So now you see what can go with grocery, grocery shopping, grocery store, grocery stores, grocery list. So any of those are other options.
We're going to demonstrate how to use a switch with a dynamic display. In this case, it's the Accent 1400. If you see, we're in the settings page, how to set it up. You go into access method. You go into choose different access method, and it gives you the options of the different access methods in this device. For the purposes of this video, we're going to use one switch, but you also have the option of choosing two switches. Here it shows you the different options of how you want it to scan, auto scan by row and column, and so forth. I'm going to choose the one switch auto scanning by row and column. And here it allows you to customize the scanning speed, the acceptance time, the release time, the auto repeat. So it's highly customizable depending on the needs of the consumer. You press OK. You go into your language system. In this case, we have the bilingual language system set up. So I'm going to activate the switch by touching it. It's going to scan my rows. And I'm going to select what I want to say.
So now we are going to show you an app called TapTapC. You want to make sure you go ahead and download it in your app store, and then you want to go ahead and go to your settings and go into general, accessibility, voiceover. You want to turn voiceover on. Here you have different options to change rate of speech, speech sounds, etc., etc. And we're going to turn it on.
Voiceover on. Settings. App switcher. Repeat. Button. Camera. Button.
So it uses your camera and
double tap to take a picture of what's in front of you.
And you want to make sure you tap the actual camera screen, and we'll go ahead and try the first one.
Camera. But camera. Picture 1 in progress. Picture 1 is natural Jif creamy peanut jar.
I'm going to just do a couple of items.
Camera. Button. Camera. Picture 2 in progress. Picture 2 is La Croix can. Camera. But camera. Picture 3 in progress. Picture 3 is clear glass bottle on top of brown table.
So we're gonna head and go get a little closer
Camera. Picture 1 in progress.
to that particular item. Because it didn't technically read exactly what item was on the table, but it could tell you what surface the items
Picture
are.
1 is great value pure vanilla bottle. Camera. Button. Camera. Picture 2 in progress. Picture 2 is Disney Star Wars character bobblehead box. Camera. Button. Camera. Picture 3 in progress. Picture 3 is gray and orange sticker. Camera. Picture 1 in progress. Picture 1 is Diet Coke label can.
And the last item would be
Camera. Picture 2 in progress. Picture 2 is silver MacBook on black table.
And that's basically what Tap-Tap-See can do. It's for the visually impaired, and basically you take a picture of the item and it reads off what the item is and sometimes its location depending on the proximity of the item to the camera.